here in Johnson Valley today. We just came from the shop, showed you all the components on the truck and everything that it has on it. But now we're gonna go in the dirt and kind of run it around through some different sections. We have some whoops, sand washes, and all types of stuff. This particular truck, being my daily driver, is, in my opinion, it's the best daily driver and also a desert truck. It's perfect. 39-inch tires on this one, so that gives us more ground clearance and it really handles the bumps more. It helps with rocky, chop, and all that kind of stuff. 37s is kind of standard for most guys that run the pre-runner kit, but I put 39s on and they also look great. We have a rear bed cage on this truck, and this particular truck has 3.5-inch King. They're 5 tube adjustable bypasses and Deaver springs with our shackle. That really lets you take advantage of a lot of terrain out here, where if you just had a standard bolt-in shock with just the spring, it's a huge difference. We get more up travel, more down, almost 20 inches like we just showed you in the shop there. So it really lets you go through that stuff. It makes a significant difference when you make the back as capable as what the front already has with the pre-runner kit. Overall view of the truck, guys. I wanted to get it on the lift so you could really see what it looks like with the legs extended there. Got our front long travel kit on the front. That is a full bolt-on kit. You'll see we call it our pre-runner kit. Upper and lower control arms. They are 3 inches wider each side, so that's 6 inches wider than the suspension. A King 3.0 coilover, 3.0 bypass shock on this truck. This truck is on 39-inch BFG tires, 17-inch method wheels, and fiberglass fenders, fiberwerx, front and rear fenders, color match. And in the back, so that is roughly 19 inches of wheel travel you're looking at right there. Pretty awesome. As you can see here, these are 16-inch 3.5 King bypass shocks, 5 tube bypass shocks. Wanted to make something that was extremely functional, awesome performance, a ton of wheel travel, and we nailed it. There's hands down no other kit for this truck that offers you this much use in your bed. So as you can see, if you aren't familiar with how our bed racks work, these two towers bolt in. Try to get a view for you down there. These bolt in to mounts that weld to the frame underneath. They are very quick welds, very simple, and they self-locate on the frame underneath. Once those are in, you drill a hole, you bolt these to them, each one, and then you have a center structure in between, and you can see those 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 3 on each side, 1/2-inch bolts, go in right between it, bam, set. Super simple, it's incredible. Then we have these wheel gap covers. You know, that's kind of one of the things too, is anytime you have a gap in your fender wells, it needs to be cut that big to fit the shock as the rear end comes up, right? The shock's gonna swing, so it needs to be that big. But we can make it so you don't have stuff falling out of your bed. So that's why we came with these covers. Those come with every single kit, they're included, and they're awesome. Again, I said if I'm gonna have this truck, I'm gonna have this kit, I wanna have full functional bed. So I'm super stoked we were able to do that. So here's our long travel pre-runner kit for the 2019 Silverado, guys. This is 3 inches wider each side, so a 6 inches wider stance overall, more wheel travel of course, and you're gonna get new upper control arms, which are significantly more durable than the stock stuff, and we replaced the weak outer ball joints with a uniball, so 1-inch uniballs. These are all trophy truck grade, as well as the inner pivots. Up here in the inner pivots, they're Delrin bushings, and on the bottom, they're also Delrin bushings. The bottom pivot is literally the same exact bushing that our trophy trucks use. So here's the trophy truck. This is an all-wheel drive trophy truck from Brenthel Industries. Everyone's gone home for the night. That's why we're all packed in here. So you can see we've got about 30 trophy trucks in here. This particular vehicle is almost $700,000 brand new. This is our team vehicle right here. This is a trophy truck lower control arm. This is a Delrin bushing right there. That is literally the exact same dimensions, diameter, material as the parts that we're putting on your Chevy Silverado and any of your Baja kits on the lower control arm. So all of our bushing housings are welded into our lower control arm. We also have a Zerk fitting on each of them, so you can grease them, keep them nice and lubed. That's for the upper and lower arm. Our kit comes with a steering extension. Your steering isn't wide enough because we make the kit 3 inches wider. So we gave you that steering extension. It's a billet extension. They work great. We have plenty of angle out here at the stock rod ends. We don't see any issues there. This particular kit is paired with a King 3.0. Kind of hard to see there, sorry about the lighting, guys. So this is a 3.0 IBP coilover. This is an add-on here. This is a 3.0 bypass shock, 3-tube, again from King. So this mount here is additional, and it bolts onto the top of the shock here catching the shock bolts. And you have a small weld down here, you can't really see it. It's a very, very small weld if you did want to go ahead and add the bypass. And we added a lot of caster into this kit by changing the geometry of the upper and lower pivot to make it track nice on the highway. I have 39s, like we said. I'm also running fiberwerx fenders. These are big and bad. Not everyone wants to put fenders on their truck. I get it. When we first did this truck, we actually had it on 37-inch tires and stock fender. And I drove that truck for 6 months, did quite a bit of off-roading, went to Baja quite a few times. My tires never touched the fender. Now, I also knew I had stock fenders on it. So if you really want to go with stock fenders, is it possible? Yes. But you gotta know your tire can touch it. Well, so let's say this is a fiberglass fender. The stock one might be down here or so. Your tire can touch that fender at full compression. So you gotta be mindful of that. So my truck, as you just saw in the shop, has all the bells and whistles, right? We put all the bypass options and everything like that. Some people, a lot of kit guys actually, order the kits with just the coilovers, the front end, and the minimal on the back, which is just a shock. When you come out here in the desert and you actually start using the truck is when you're really gonna see the advantage of adding bypass up front and also a rear bed cage. This truck has 3.0 bypasses on the front and the 3.5 bypasses on the rear. You can cruise around all day on the street and the truck looks really cool. It's got the wide suspension, you got the coilovers on there, they're King, they're blue, they look rad. But when you really wanna get out there and go in the dirt, that's when you need to upgrade, adding a bypass up front. We have a shock option, bypass shock option that you can add on after, even if you already have the kit, and same with the rear. So if you want to get in the dirt and you really want to see the best performance out of your truck, adding the bypass front and rear is definitely the way to go. And that's pretty much it. If you want to check out more on the truck, the kit, anything about it, you can go to BajaKits.com. You can go to our Instagram at BajaKits, Facebook, or any other source. Of course, you can always email us, sales@BajaKits.com for any questions or to order parts for the Chevy Silverado.